pretty good amount of time has passed since the last update. So here's where we're at. We've got the engine in. Got a few other things. We got to set the cam sensor, install the belt, intercooler pipes, intake pipes, breathers, a little bit more wiring. Another couple hours worth of work here. Made some new fuel hoses that come off the Y that go to the back of the fuel rails. The previous ones got pinched a little bit during the install. I didn't see anything wrong with them, but it just felt like a good idea to make some new ones. Make sure we don't have any leaks. It's a pretty big fire hazard. So we've got ourselves a new AC compressor. The old one was leaking around the case seal, which seems really common. So we also have a new radiator that's going to be going in with these fans. Right now it has an Alradco, which was the top of the line radiator back in the day, but it's probably, I gotta say, 15 years old. And the car's running a little bit warmer than I'd like. So I went ahead and ordered a cold case radiator. And we'll see how it does. It may not be an upgrade. And if the cold case performs similar, I'll probably just clean this Alradco up and put it in one of my dad's cars. I don't want it to go to waste. But the cost of getting it rotted out and then re-welded and everything was just well beyond what a new radiator was going to cost. So that's the update. Hopefully the next one will be the car starting up and running, sounding good, good oil pressure, and all that fun stuff. About to go out on a maiden voyage on the new engine here. Hopefully all goes well. We're not warmed up yet. Got a lifter that's pretty loud. I think I need to readjust some rockers possibly. See how it goes. We've got about 4 miles, including a stop at my mother-in-law's and AutoZone for a vacuum line. We've kind of developed a low RPM misfire. I don't know exactly what that's at. We're still good on temperature and oil pressure. So we're almost home, and I'll take a look and see. Maybe that valve loosened up. It feels really good at 10-12 PSI part throttle, trying to break in the line-to-line coating. They said to give it some load, some boost, and then come back, let it cool completely off, so that's what we're gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna have time today, but probably tomorrow, which is New Year's, I'll adjust the valves. Sounds like we're down a cylinder and then it picks up right there. Could be something as simple as a spark plug wire that I didn't get on all the way. But overall, I'd call it a success. We'll see if it's got any leaks. Forgot to mention, we'll probably go down to a 30 weight hot idle Obviously, we're not really hot. We're not at 200 or anything. The car's running really cool, but we're about 48, 49 hot idle right now. That's a little bit on the high side. Most Buicks are around 18 to 22. This one's always been about 35, so if we can get it back down to 35, that'd be pretty solid. It does have a big oil cooler, remote filter setup, and some pretty good clearances, along with the TA front cover that's balanced and or blueprinted and set up really nice. So. The passenger side was the side that had the loudest rocker, so I did that one. It's the hardest side to do. I didn't see anything that was obviously off, but I readjusted them, and now the valve train's pretty quiet. Got a few other little things to do, but overall, it seems to be running pretty well. Well, we've made it about 45 miles on the engine so far. Everything looks good. Drain the oil. Maybe a little tiny amount of metallic. Just a glisten. Gonna chalk that up to new cam bearings, new rod bearings, new main bearings, and the line-to-line coating on the pistons. Anyway, filter was perfect. Nothing in there. Everything looked pretty good. We took out the two rear studs on the back of the girdle. They tend to leak even after I use Teflon on them. And anyway, we put some bolts in. I used the right stuff on it, tightened it up, let it sit for 3 hours. Now we're putting in some fresh oil. Before we were using just Rotella 1540 for the first 50 miles just because it was kind of a throwaway. We knew we weren't going to drive on it very long. Now we're going to put some driven GP1 30 grade. So pretty good stuff. Been pretty happy with it in the past. And anyway, that's the update. Hopefully we can get a little bit more boost into it and start putting some more miles on it. I'll probably drive it to work a couple times this week and get it dialed in for 24, 25 PSI. I really need to get the old E85 out. It's about 7-8 months old now. Seems to run fine, but nothing in the fuel filter. But you know, I know it's not ideal to have 8-month-old E85 in the tank, especially if I'm going to start pushing it soon. So that's the update. Haven't really put out any content in a while, but I do have 135 miles on the new engine. It's the first time I've driven it to work. Wasn't a great day. Roads were not very open, but did make few hits trying to diagnose a weird tapping sound. I'll probably upload some of those videos into my next videos. If I haven't solved it, maybe somebody's got an idea. I know some are going to say, oh, you're lifting a head, but it's not what it is. It really sounds like something in the bicycle spokes when you were a kid, but only when you get into like 10 psi. But heads are studded, torqued to 90. Anyway, otherwise car's running great, about 35 psi hot idle in this weather. Anyway, everything's running pretty well, so after looking at everything and trying to figure out how I could have possibly hurt a head gasket on such low boost. I found out that I accidentally typed the number 135, which was supposed to be low map fueling, into cell 9 instead of cell 5. And this added 10 degrees of timing at anything that got into power enrichment mode. So at one point it was 25 PSI and about 33 degrees of timing. That'll do it. All right, it's time to wrap this video up. We've been tinkering on this new engine for, I don't know, at least a couple months now. Ended up lifting a head and hurting a head gasket slightly. Anyway, kind of fat-fingered the tune a little bit, typed in the wrong cell, and ended up adding 10 degrees timing where there shouldn't have been. So that's that. We are back together. Things kind of cleaned up a little bit. Feeling pretty good about how everything looks. Engine sounds good. Everything's good. Oil was clean. Cut the filter open. Got about 200 miles on this thing now. Anyway, hopefully the next video will be a little bit more data logging and 30 PSI and a little bit closer to a kill tune so we can get ready for the Buick Nationals. So that is the update on the car. So anyway, like and subscribe. There'll be more Buick content, and hopefully I won't take as long a break as I did this go around. Thanks, guys.